Still filming today's episode here from the high plains of northern Colorado. And what if I told you that a lot of these videos that we're seeing coming out lately about dashers being deactivated or being treated unfairly because of multi-apping? Well, what if I told you that you're probably going about it the wrong way? And thing of it is, yes, there are definitely tracking measures about like on-time measuring, which is not much different than what it always has been, but there's not really any much of a change other than maybe a little bit more intense focus on it. And so what that means is if you're multi-apping on the delivery apps, don't accept orders from the same app from two different apps at the same time. You don't want to be simultaneously delivering because that is probably a surefire way to get yourself in trouble, deactivated, warned, or otherwise. And so you just don't want to do that. And in my case, if I did it once, I accidentally, so for a DoorDash order I was on the middle of, an Uber order I accidentally came across, I forgot to log off because, of course I did. And that's what you normally should do, is log off the other app whenever you pick an order up off of one. So if you're on DoorDash, for example, you have accepted it. The first thing that you should do is log off any other apps that you're on at the moment. So in my case, it's just two apps. So if I'm on a DoorDash order, what I normally do is I'll take the DoorDash order and then log off of Uber Eats. And it also works the other way around, but it's a little bit more problematic going the other way around. Now, and this one's pretty simple. If you log off of the Uber, if you get an order on UE and you want to go log off of DD, of course, with DD, you're tagged for a certain amount of time and you're in a shift block of some kind. You log off and you're done, and you may not always necessarily be able to get back in after you've completed the Uber Eats order. Now, it's kind of the beast. That's kind of the way it is. But you don't ever want to take two at the same time, one on each app, because they will detect that. And I don't think there's anything tremendously new in that regard, but you don't want to do that. It's just not good to try to do work on two different apps at the exact same time. So if you're caught doing that, you probably will have some sort of action from the company at some point. But in the meantime, just keep in mind, don't ever do it with two orders at the same time on different apps, because they don't like that, and I don't think they ever have. But I think the enforcement might just be getting a little bit more trickier. But so there is a right way and a wrong way to multi-app on these apps. So if you are only active in one app at a time, on one delivery at a time on the app, that's the way it should be. I've never gotten in any sort of trouble or any sort of warning for doing it that way. If I'm doing a delivery on DD, and if I don't have a trip or I've logged off of UE, then that's okay. You will be fine. I've never, ever gotten in trouble for that. I don't think there's any particular change in that, and I don't think that is going to change. I think you will always be able to operate in multi-apping, but while you're multi-apping, you just don't want to be multi-delivering. You do not want to be active on different orders within different apps. Even if you happen to be going the same direction, it will still affect your on-time rate, which the timeliness rate is key, particularly within DD. But if you don't want to get in trouble on that, again, don't accept orders on multiple apps at the same time. Again, I haven't been in trouble. I have never been warned on this. You just want to be careful. So there is a right way and a wrong way to do this. And I'm going to leave it at that for now. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, definitely drop them in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want more content like this. And picking up a little bit here ever since I switched the focus to the deliveries. And so I appreciate everybody who's liked, shared, and commented to this point thus far. So in the meantime, keep doing and be smart. Just be smart about what you're doing out there. That will save you more headache and trouble than anything else that you can possibly do. So in the meantime, that's it. This is Jason coming to you. See you next time, and peace out, homies.